Happy Friday, everybody. It is rainy and a little bit gross outside, and I am just about to finish making this coffee. We've got 9, 8, 7, 6, just a few seconds left before I can push the wonderful, glorious liquid of the gods down and pour myself a cup. I have a very, very busy day today, so I'm going to take you guys along for what I can take you for. I've got a lot of clients this morning, I've got some errands to run, and I am getting ready for this birthday meal. I didn't show you last night, but the custard, the coconut custard that I made, looks amazing, looks fantastic. I'll show you the finished product once I actually compile a whole entire pie, and I think it will be pretty cool. Dinner, I am making that coconut cream pie, but I'm also doing a ham in the crock pot. So I'm kind of combining two recipes here together. I'm just gonna make it up and I think it's gonna taste delicious. It's gonna sit on low in this crock pot from like 7 o'clock now, from now until, or as soon as I get this done, until family dinner tonight at 8. So I think it'll be pretty tasty. So the recipe that I used says to cook this ham on low for 7 hours. Well, I am leaving for work in a little bit here in like less than an hour, and I don't have time to turn it on 7 hours before I go. So it's gonna be on warm for like 12 hours, and I think it'll be fine. I'll check it when I get home from work, and we'll see how far it's gotten by then, and I might turn it up on higher, like medium or low, but we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be great. Now I'm going to eat my breakfast. I still have not had like a fantastic bowel movement, so I'm gonna stick on stage 3. I'm not gonna move forward to stage 4 just yet, but hopefully after today I'll be able to move on to stage 4, which will be a lot of fun. So I'm gonna do 2 pancakes and 1 or 2 eggs, probably 2, and basically the same thing that I had for dinner last night. So I will not show you the cooking process today. I'm just gonna get that cooked, and then I will show you the finished product once I taste it. Since I'm a little bit short on time this morning, my wonderful meal is gonna have to come in a to-go container with me to my office, and I'll just be able to eat it when I have time. As you all know, digestion, I'm super big on digestion. Digestion is a parasympathetic process. It can only happen when our brains are in rest mode, not go mode. And if I were to sit down and eat this now and scarf it down, I know I will not be in rest mode. So I want to do what's best for my body and have the time to eat it when I have time to eat it between clients this morning. So I'm gonna pack it up, bring it with me, had a couple of bites. It was really, really good. So I'll do that, and it's totally okay. Sometimes that's how the morning goes. And if you recall from last week's vlog, Fridays tend to be really busy for me. They're my only day of the week where I'm in the office in the morning time. So rather than having time to get all of my, tedious little tasks done in the daytime, I've got to do that in the afternoon. But today I don't have an afternoon time. I've got a lot of other things on my checklist and cooking and all kinds of stuff. So it's all right, it's all good. It's what life's all about, right? Keep going, keep doing things, learning, moving forward, and so that's what I'm gonna do. Finished with my office, now heading over for some errands, but I wanted to come back. I started talking about this a little bit right before I had to get out of the office. Being in rest mode for digestion. That is super, super important. And today, you know what? I just ate my food super fast and got into me. It's like sometimes that's what happens in the day, right? You sometimes just don't have time to sit down and chew your food really well. That matters. Chewing your food makes a huge difference. The role of chewing and digestion is so underrated. People just don't understand that chewing your food can make such a big difference. I had a guy, one of my clients, who came to see me because he had horrible abdominal bloating and gas and diarrhea and all kinds of terrible digestive symptoms, and he felt miserable only saw me 2 or 3 times because his problems were solved. And it was kind of, it seems really juvenile and silly, but all I did was have him sit down, take a couple of deep breaths before he had his meals, chew his food 20 to 30 times per bite, every bite, and stay seated after his meal for about 10 minutes. And you know what? All of his digestive symptoms completely resolved themselves because chewing matters. Our digestive tract only has one set of teeth right here. It's not in the stomach. So when we chew, it does a lot of things for us. It tells our brain, hey, food's coming. Here's our nutrient profile of what we're eating. Saliva mixes with all of your food so that you can begin the first chemical breakdown of that food. You also physically break down your food so that you can be into smaller pieces so your stomach then can digest it with its stomach acid and enzymes. It tells your stomach, hey, make stomach acid so that you can continue the digestive process and not have bloating and not have all these things. So chewing your food really, really matters. When your mom or your grandmom said, sit down and chew your food, she was totally right. Practice that every day. It will make a difference. It will make a huge difference. Now, some days you can't help it. I ate my food real quick, I mean in 5 minutes or so. Confession, I'm a real human too, and now I'm driving. So when you're driving, you're totally in go mode. Digestion is a parasympathetic process. It can only happen when you're in a relaxed state. And when you're driving, you should not be in a relaxed state. You should be paying attention to the road. And even if you're a really well-seasoned driver, you know, you're driving for 50 years, your body's still in go mode because you're active in participating with this activity. So sitting down, taking some deep breaths, do what you can. I took a little bit of extra digestive support, some digestive hydrochloric acid and enzymes to kind of help compensate for the lack of my body being able to make it on its own since I've been in go mode. And that's going to help a little bit, but ideally you don't want to have to take a digestive supplement to get your body to do what it's supposed to do naturally. So that's where the cultivating the habits of being calm, sitting down when you eat your meals, this driving and on the go and up and about and doing things is really not helpful for digestion. It keeps your body in go mode, not rest mode. So sitting down, taking some deep breaths, I know I just said that, and chewing your food well. That matters more than you could ever possibly imagine. So give it a try sometime. I know it sounds completely daunting to chew your food 20 to 30 times per bite, and like, yes, even salad and smoothies. You really want to mix saliva in with your smoothies. That makes a huge difference. That it really matters. So practice it. Eventually, once you get that process down, it's not going to feel like arduous or daunting at all. You'll have a habit of that, and you won't have to count. You won't feel like you have OCD counting all of your chews all the time. But you'll know what it feels like in your mouth when you've got a really well-chewed piece of food. Plus, it helps you to really appreciate the food that you're eating. You know, how long did it take for that food to go from growing or grazing on the ground to getting to your plate? A really long time. It had to grow as a seed. It sprouted. It grew. It became something. It went through the processing location and got shipped to your grocery store, and you picked it up, and then you stored it in your refrigerator, and you had to cook it, and you prepared it, and then you eat that food and it's gone in 15 seconds. No thank you. That is not at all honoring to our food system or even to our own bodies to say, yeah, let's use these nutrients to nourish our bodies, to build healthy cells and function. So enjoying your food matters. Food is designed, you know, to taste good and for us to enjoy it. And if we're not enjoying our food and we're scarfing it down, which, like I said, hello, guilty, sometimes that happens, then it's not the best possible way for us to eat our food. So as much as you can, sit down, enjoy your food. When you see food, you hear food cooking, you smell it, savor it. Keep your body in a parasympathetic rest mode state, and you'll do your body good. Are you having fun, Gus? That's where Gus sits when I don't hear him jump up on the window for me to let him in. So cute. I am back home now, getting ready to finish making this keto coconut cream pie. I know I showed you at the beginning of the vlog, I showed you the coconut cream that I made. So now I'm gonna make the rest of it, which is basically some whipped cream that has been stabilized with a little bit of gelatin. And then I mix that in together with that coconut custard. I guess it's a custard, not a cream that I made. So I'm gonna mix that all together, and then it's gonna be light and fluffy and beautiful. And then I'm gonna sprinkle some toasted coconut flakes on top. So it's gonna be delicious looking and wonderful. And I know I'm on GAPS, so I can't eat it right now. But I can enjoy making a beautiful creation that everybody else is going to super enjoy. think that's all for me tonight, guys. Thanks for watching. We have cauliflower cooking. All of the ingredients here are eggs and bell pepper and all that stuff. I've got the coconut cream pie in the fridge. I've got the pork roasting here. And it smells delicious. I'm just gonna enjoy the smells and everybody else enjoying it, and I'm going to have basically the exact same thing that I had for breakfast this morning, and it's gonna be delicious, and I know that another day I'll eat all this wonderful food, and now that I know how to make it, I will be able to make it again. But I might pick up the camera and vlog a little bit during the birthday dinner, but I probably won't. So in that case, I'm going to say good night. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did find anything wonderfully fascinating, or if you learned something, please feel free to leave me comments below. I love to hear from you. Otherwise, I will say good night. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.